I think she was in home and away. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And so, and what, has there been anything that you've come across that hasn't been helpful?
No. Basically, I sort of scan across things. I don't take anything too seriously on the internet because it's a bit, they over-exaggerate, like, some things are. But, I mean, it's just basically I just sort of just read a bit here and there, and if I relate to anything, well, I'll, make a copy of it or something. But, yeah, that's about it, really.
Okay. And do you have a preference for online information, phone apps, booklets, or talking to someone?
Actually, probably reading would be good because I'm an avid reader. I mean, you mean getting booklets, is that what you're saying? Because I can sort of, I'm the sort of person where I'll read something and then I'll put it down and then I'll forget and I'll have to read it again. So, and if I talk to somebody tells me something, I mean, I do remember, but it's good to have that information where you can just pick it up any time.
Sure. Yep. Great. Okay. And we know that receiving information, can be overwhelming. In hindsight, when do you think you were most receptive to receiving information, or when did you feel like you were most able to take information in?
Was this after I was diagnosed?
Yeah.
Well, basically, as soon as the doctor my GP told me, I got onto the internet. Basically, I started, because I've always been the sort of person, I like to know things straight away. I don't like to sort of think, oh, well, I'll wait until the doctor tells me. If anything comes up, I need to know straight away.
Yes. All right. And overall, what has the communication that you've had with healthcare professionals about your bladder cancer been like?
So, the information?
No, sorry. What has the communication that you've had with healthcare professionals?
Well, the urologist was very good. He sort of, when I went to see him initially, he drew things down, like he showed me what was going to happen, and at that stage he didn't know. Well, he thought I just had a small tumour, but he asked me questions and he said, you ask me if there's something you don't understand. But he explained it fully, so I was very happy, even though I went home and went on the internet again. But basically what he said was very similar to what I'd read on the internet, but he was more precise about things because this was specific to me. So I was very happy with his... I didn't feel when I walked out of his surgery that, out of his rooms, that I didn't know what was going to happen, or, like he said to me, there is a 30% chance of a reoccurrence of the tumour, but So he was very informative and I felt very comfortable with him. The only thing was that 10 days after I had the tumour removed, he didn't tell me, and I ended up in emergency twice in 48 hours because I started passing blood clots, and I thought, oh my God, I just did, because, being a midwife, there were blood clots like after you have a postpartum hemorrhage. And I went to emergency, and they thought and I thought 10 days, okay, post-op infection, that's what I thought. And they put me on I had a urine test, and they put me on an antibiotic, and the doctor rang me the next day and said, no, go off it, it's fine. You haven't got a urine infection. And then it happened again, and then this other doctor that I saw, I think 24 hours later, he was very good. He'd read my chart, hospital chart, and he told me, he said, look, you had a big area, and that's the scab coming away, and that's why you've had these blood clots coming. He said, it should clear up in a couple of days, and it did. So I went back to my doctor, urologist. I had to go back for some reason, I can't remember. Might have been before I started chemo. And I said, you didn't tell me I was going to be passing blood clots. He said, I forgot to give you the urology nurse's mobile number. I said, well, it's too late now. Yeah. So that part of it I wasn't happy with because it really shocked me. I just didn't expect that to happen. I just thought initially I've got an infection. That's why I'm passing blood,
Wow. Yes, yeah. Okay. Which healthcare professionals do you talk to and trust the most?
Well, my friends who are nurses, and I've got a very good GP that I'm quite comfortable with. So, yeah, I think my GP, plus the urologist urologist, I mean, he's good. That's just that one incident with the passing of the blood clots, but he's always very, very good to talk to about anything, so I don't feel like I'm in the dark about anything.
Okay. And do you feel as though you've been treated respectfully throughout your interaction?
Yeah, I have been, yeah. I feel, because I know the times I've had to wait to go and see the urologist, it might be an hour and a half wait, but it's like I'm the only one there. Like he'll apologise and then he'll totally concentrate on me and so I'm quite happy, yeah.
Yeah. And the next set of questions now, Natalie, are about quality of life and what you'd like to see from future treatment. So how does bladder cancer affect your quality of life and the quality of life of your family?
Well, quality, I feel that it's all under control, so I feel that, actually, I'll just tell you this, I'm a sugarholic. Like, I used to love having 4 teaspoons of sugar in my tea or coffee, and I started adding that, Equal and Sugarella about 25 years ago. And I said to my urologist, and they're chemicals. I mean, I know they're chemicals, but, and I said, do you think that I've got this bladder cancer because of the, I've been adding all these chemicals. And of course, I know doctors, they never say yes or no. It's like politician, they don't answer the question. But I sort of feel that maybe it was because of that. I don't know. Because I said to the doctor, my dad's got bladder cancer now, but he had prostate cancer. And all he said was, well, you haven't got a prostate, so don't worry about that. But he got the bladder from the cancer from the prostate. Obviously, it spread.
Okay.
So as far as that, I just have 1 teaspoon of sugar now. Like I'm, sort of about quality. Like I'm watching what I don't use any chemicals that I can, like Equal and that sort of thing. And I always say if I'm out with friends, don't use that. You could get bladder cancer. That sort of thing. So I feel that my quality of life, I've got other problems. I've had lots of bowel surgery and I've got the osteoarthritis and that sort of thing. But I feel to do with bladder cancer, I feel confident that I'm having regular checks and my GP is very good. She'll every 3 to 6 months she does a routine urine test on me and sort of says, look, everything fine. You've noticed any blood? I said, no. So I feel like my quality of life is going to be good in that regard. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. So, do you, are there some things that you need to do on a regular basis to control your bladder cancer, so you can do all the activities you need to do every day?
Well, I just get on with it. I really don't even think about it anymore. I think because of all the cystoscopies I've had, sometimes I need to wear a little panty liner because it's not often, but sometimes when you're busting to go. Usually I go to the toilet. So I think my bladder, it's fine. I haven't got incontinence or anything, but occasionally, if I sneeze or laugh too much, I will pass a bit of urine. So I've got a little panty liner there, but that's really all. It's not a big problem at all. I've got a friend that she's got to use some sort of hormone thing that she's got to insert. I don't know. Yeah, so I haven't got that problem.
Okay. And do you think that bladder cancer has affected personal relationships with family and friends?
No, because no one mentions it.
Okay. Yeah.
Once I told everybody, everyone was like, oh, that's because you don't eat this and you don't eat that. And I just don't tell them when I'm having my cystoscopies or anything major. So everything's fine. Yeah, it hasn't really affected them. Yeah.
Okay. And do you feel as though having bladder cancer is a burden on your family in relation to extra care or assistance you might need?
No, not a burden at all. It'd be more of a burden on me because they'd drive me crazy if I needed their support. I just don't even go there.
So we've spoken a little bit about treatment. Now we'll talk about support and care. So can you describe the type of support and care that you've received?
Okay, well, the support and care has been mainly through it has been all through